ancestors come to this country on a boat as migrants?
Yes, they did, Eliza, they did, yeah.
Okay.
Like a lot of people. In those days, they didn't have any aircraft. That was way back in the early 1700s, 1800s.
So if they are classified as migrants, what makes them in any way different to people from any other nation or any other religion in terms of their rights to live and thrive?
I'll tell you exactly how it makes a difference is they came in here to build a country, they worked hard, they built a beautiful nation. The people who are now coming in aren't working hard. A lot of the refugees, the fake refugees, are going straight on the dole. And they don't build the country. Sorry?
Have you been to Southwestern Sydney, Senator?
Yes, I've been all over Sydney.
What
Yeah.
did you find there?
In what way, apart from...
Businesses run by migrants, just like you and your ancestors?
Yeah, like you're talking about the people who are coming down here and bashing people, or a different one?
Well, Senator, you did speak about some migrants, Sudanese migrants in particular, in the context of Cook. Can you give us any evidence to back up your claim that Sudanese gangs are causing a problem here in Cook?
No, I wasn't talking about the Sudanese gangs here in Cook. I was talking about the Sudanese gangs in Melbourne, Brisbane and Sydney. We're even having them in Brisbane now, attacking people on a daily basis. We've had 13 attacks in the last 2 months in Brisbane. Sudanese gangs.
Sydney, obviously.
Pardon?
I'm not aware of there being a...
Oh, there's no Sudanese gang problem here in Sydney.
There is.
Yeah.
Well, there is a big thing.
Apparently there is. So there you go.
Okay, so
Can you just provide...
where it comes from, Senator?
Sorry, go ahead.
Can you provide some evidence to back that up?
Well, I don't need to, do I? I mean, the news, when you don't report it, go and have a look at the police reports. I have police reports, yeah, and I can give you those if you'd like.
Okay, Senator, I've been a local crime reports reporter in this area for more than 7 months now.
Congratulations.
I'm in there every single time there's a mistake, and I haven't seen a single person who is either Muslim or Sudanese charged with a hate crime of any kind. So where is the evidence for the claims you're making?
As I say, just look at the police reports. They're there. Well, we have them. Anyway, I'm not here to argue with you about that. The people who have been bashed and the people who have been attacked, they can give you that evidence.
One of the most devastating things that ever happened in this community. It brought financial ruin to the local economy, and it was culturally devastating for people who lived here and wanted to welcome people.
Is this a question or a statement? If you've got a question, ask the question. Sorry, anyone else?
Do you favour of your candidate when
Sorry, ma'am, you live in a world of make-believe.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you live in a world of make-believe.
Sorry, go ahead. Have you got a sensible question?
Well, I mean, it does go to what Eliza's saying, but like, do you think it is potentially risky to be coming to what is quite an inflammatory place, obviously given its history, when you're trying to get a member?
Yeah, well, see, this is Australia, and I'm an Australian, and if I'm scared to come here, what's the point of being in Australia anymore? And there were exactly. None of us should. I had a young lady over here who, when she comes here, she was called Skippy Slut, an Australian slut by some of these guys. The people who were in this last riot that was down here a few years ago, attacking our surf lifesavers, the most iconic volunteers in Australia, getting belted up by bloody grubs. So this is not Australia the way we used to know it. And the last thing I think Australians need is areas cordoned off in our city that are no-go zones like they have in Great Britain and in France and in Germany. And if we keep going down the same road, we're going to do exactly the same thing. This is exactly what's going to happen here. We'll become a minority in our own country, and I don't think most Australians want to become a minority here in their own country.
Senator, I'd like to ask the candidate a question.
Sorry, would you have a question? Thank you.
Thank you, Fraser.
Obviously, Cronulla was the site of the Cronulla riots more than 10 years ago. Are you making a point, deliberate point, perhaps a controversial point about running a candidate in this particular area?
It's a point. It's a fact that our Prime Minister is quite happy to keep on bringing in indiscriminate immigration policy that brings in people that do not fit in with our society. And that's why Peter's good enough to put his hand up here and run in this seat. And I think that the people who have been affected by those people need a voice in their seat, and it's up to the Australian people whether they believe that we're saying the right thing or the wrong thing, and they'll tell us that at the ballot box.
Is it deliberately provocative that you are?
Who cares? It's Australia. We're Australians, so why shouldn't we be here?
My wife is Lebanese. Her parents came to Australia at the end of the Second World War. I call her an Australian.
My wife is a Muslim, okay? My wife is a Muslim. My father-in-law lived in a communist country called Albania.
Yeah.
At age 6, this man was persecuted, okay? And trust me, they are pro-Australian and they support him. There's many people that support him. Why? Because it's outright Marxism here, to be honest. And you guys should wake up, you know? We're being attacked. Or Marxism, you know? Here we are. It's kind of disgusting.
Good on you, Dan. One question, yes.
Gemma from SBS News. I wanted to ask you about the couple of other candidates that you've got, in particular the candidate for the Victorian electorate of Bendigo, Julie Hobson. Now, she's been ruled ineligible to serve in Parliament. Is she going to continue to be a candidate for you, or do you think she'll be replaced by someone else?
I'd like to see her stay as a candidate. She's a very good candidate. She was illegally bankrupted. She declared that on the form when she put it into the AEC. The AEC accepted that. If the AEC then changes its mind, that's entirely up to the AEC. But she's a good girl. She works hard, and she got illegally bankrupted, but she's disputing it, and she thinks that it'll be overruled. So hopefully,
Other candidates will face similar problems.
possibly, you know, in every election you're going to get somebody who's got something in the closet. You can't. We had 10 days to try and vet everyone. There could be other problems, but you know, I think most of them are decent people. We might find that there's an axe murderer. We don't know. So hopefully, we did all the research we could in 10 days. But you know, there's always going to be. I know that the press will go through all their history and maybe find some problem that we don't know about, but hopefully not too many. But thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Ready to go? Thank you.